Okay, so the way you can build confidence is if you, firstly, you need to get out of your comfort zone. Because if you want to build confidence, you're going to have to say, okay, what's the things that make me really uncomfortable? So the things, you write the list down of everything that you find really hard to do. For example, going out with like people that you don't know, socializing with different people that you haven't met before. And by you going to those events, you kind of help build your confidence because you're doing it, you're actually actively trying to, what's the word? Address the problem. So, for example, what I do is, because I'm trying to build my confidence, and I put myself in situations where I normally don't put myself in because I know that once I get over it, I'll be fine. So, put yourself, if you have big social anxieties, take it step by step. So, for example, my goal is to be able to go into a room that I don't know people in and just talk to anyone. But that's a long-term goal. For me to get there, it will be I have to start building relationships with people that I don't know. So I will go slowly start speaking to them. And then I'll build a relationship with them, and then I'll be like, okay, what else can I do? Also, there's other methods. It all depends on what type of confidence building you want to do. So if it's social anxiety, is it to make yourself feel more better in terms of make you a more confident person, so you don't care what less people think about you? So in that way, go out and do whatever you want. Like, care less what people think about you, because at the end of the day, you're only going to see, if you're on the streets, for example, and you think, okay, what do people think about me? They're only going to see you once. And to be honest, you care less of what people think, because people actually don't care as much as you think inside your head. Because inside your head, that's when you start overthinking. And I know this from experience, because I do it all the time. So I would say is, forget what people think about you. As long as you haven't done anything bad, as long as you haven't done anything that's bad on your part in terms of like ruin someone's life or take the mick out of someone, then you've got nothing to be afraid of. Go out and just, who cares what people think?
To not over-prepare. I feel like a lot of people have the problem that when they are going to be presenting something or they're trying to pluck up the courage to talk to somebody, they over-prepare the situation. I feel like sometimes you just need to go with it, just wing it. I know that might be in itself be scary, but the more and more you do it, the more and more you'll be used to it, and the more easier it'll be for you to gain confidence. A lot of the time when people follow script, they'll have this script and they'll always stick to it. But because of that, they always have this predetermined story of how everything is going to end up. It's nice, it's good to follow key points of a script and go on with it, but in a lot of situations that's not the case. We don't need that. Sometimes things just happen organically. It's not perhaps if you want to speak to somebody for the first time, maybe you wouldn't necessarily have a script to go with that, because the conversation change just like that. Perhaps you want to talk about something they're carrying, and that's what I mean by winging it. You just go along with the flow. You don't overthink it, because the more you overthink it, the more you'll be worried about it.
To gain confidence, I would say the first thing to do is to do things that take you out of your comfort zone. So do things that you're not used to, things that will take you out of your comfort zone. Also, just try and all round be cool, you know? Just think of yourself as cool, and you will be cool to the people around you, you know? That's how to gain confidence.
Someone would gain confidence by talking to other people, like different friends, and talking to some stranger that you didn't know before. So like if you've seen some girl you want to speak to, just speak to her and then start having a conversation with them, and then your confidence will start building. And then
Well, I believe the way to gain confidence is simply just talk to people around you. For example, in our class there's 80 people, and you might not have something in common with everyone, but you do actually. It's the project. Go up to them, talk about the project maybe, you might find out that soon you're actually friends with them. Like you got common things, and then you become more confident because they're friends. You'll get introduced to their friends, and you'll introduce them to your friends, and the cluster will just keep happening. Bish bash bosh. You go for friends and more confidence because you're seeing more people.